possible? There you are. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost. And you, well, you've been dead a long time. So you're gonna see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get into the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move. Fast. We won't survive long out in the open like this. Let's get inside the walls.
Hey guys, it's your good old buddy KBGiantsfan here, and today I'd like to talk about Destiny. Oh yeah, this is a review that is a long time coming. I've wanted to talk about this game for a long time, because I got a launch date basically, but as many of you have noticed, maybe you haven't if you haven't played it recently, or if you didn't play it when the game first came out, but you have played it recently, as I run around the tower, the central hub of this game, Destiny's not what it was when it first came out, so that's why I think that this review is much better delivered for me to do it now. So anyway, the rundown of what I'm doing right now, just kind of in the background, is the central hub of the game, which is the tower. Allows you to come in and buy weapons, armor, spaceships, interact with other factions, other players, because this is a purely online game. So this is kind of just the central area of the game. I'm running around and showing you guys what this game has to offer in case you have not played it. So that being said, Destiny basically is a first-person shooter with slight RPG elements, as in you pick your character type. Each class has multiple subclasses, each would have their own abilities and positives and negatives involved. So it's just one of those kind of things. And to level up your character, you basically kill shit, and to level up a gun, you kill shit, and level up a piece of armor, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guessed it. You kill shit. So I'll give you guys a look-see at the vault. Of course, you have a vault which you can share weaponry and keep things in there from all your characters. We'll all be able to share stuff, so that's kind of a plus. I'm just kind of figure, since I have some exotic shit in there, you guys might want to see what I have just sitting in my vault. Now, this is just the stuff that sits in my vault. I've got a lot of other cool stuff, so I'll get into the weaponry and stuff, and some other video or something. If you guys really want me to go in depth into Destiny, I can, but I always got to have some heavy ammo in the reserves, don't you? But anyway, this game really is a first-person shooter with RPG elements that focuses on cooperative multiplayer action. I'm not necessarily saying competitive either. I mean, it does have its competitive multiplayer area, which is called the Crucible, but again, that would be for another video for another day. So as of right now, this special area is open, and there is a competitive multiplayer event going on, but I'm not really going to go on about that right now. This is just about the game itself. The graphics of this are fucking fantastic. I will give it a 10 out of 10, but that's just me. So as I run through here, kind of talking to some more people. Now, if you wanted to come in here and buy some armor or something, you'd have to go to your specific, NPC based on your class. And this is a hunter character, so here you can buy weapons, or I should say armor, from this guy. But anyhow, there is a special merchant, which is actually another kind of cool little thing that I want to bring up, since he's right here. This guy only shows up on Fridays and Saturdays. Another cool feature of Destiny, which is I'm going to get into in a minute, on how this is an interactive game basically every day of the week. So He just sells exotic weaponry and armor, which exotic, if you haven't guessed, is the most rare and most powerful equipment in the game. So this guy shows up once a week for Friday, Saturday, and he has special things that you can acquire by spending strange coins, which are, not necessarily difficult to acquire, but, they do take some tasks to acquire. So, anyhow, aside from that, in the tower, the graphics of this game, 10 out of 10. The sound and music as well, 10 out of fucking 10. And now, we'll get into, the story is non-existent, so I'd give that like fucking 5 out of 10, but I'll get into some of the gameplay here now. See, on the left-hand side, you see some of the options. Every day, you've got a daily heroic story mission. There are strikes you can do, and as you can see on each mission, you are able to increase the difficulty level, which will increase your rewards, potentially, if you were able to defeat that mission. There are also strikes, which are 3-player missions, and online co-op. Cooperative, there's, of course, the special area for multiple strikes. Strikes are like, extra hard missions that require cooperative gameplay. This is right here is, online multiplayer, all the different factions and ways of playing multiplayer. We don't really get in that too much. And here's each of the planets of the solar system. Each of them is occupied by a specific type of enemy, has their own backgrounds and story missions and yada yada yada, all that fucking great stuff. So, besides, standard missions and strikes, we have raids. Now, raids are extremely difficult areas that require 6-player co-op. So, I might as well go from there and get into some of the gameplay, shall I? So, first character class, you have the Titan, which is basically there to withstand massive amounts of damage and is very good at close-range attacks. The second character type is the Warlock, who is kind of a spellcaster, who is primarily a very hard-hitting, offensive-based character. So you want to hit some guys hard, go with the Warlock. And the third class is the Hunter, who is very agility and mobility-based, and is pretty much good for players who focus on accuracy. So I think the Hunter is my personal favorite, so just kind of throwing it out there for you guys. I'm not saying he's the best, but into the weaponry that you are allowed to use in Destiny. Here is the first set of primary weapons, which this is your scout rifle set here. This guy's going to take a lot of damage to take down just because he's a captain, but aside from that, scout rifles are basically, single shot, medium to long range, high impact rifles. So they reward a player with good accuracy who wants to take his time, not necessarily take too much time, as I take down 3 headshots in about 2 seconds right there. So you can see you don't have to take too much time, but scout rifles do reward a skilled hand, in my opinion, where you take a little bit of extra time and really, precision-based attack. So some of them also have cool, different, special, different little features like firing explosive rounds and, the special little perks of each gun type I'll get into. Again, that would be some other video. This is kind of just a review of how much fun this fucking game is. So, another type of primary weapon is the pulse rifle, which is your basic 3-round burst, medium, medium to long range attack, I would guess as well. And each time you pull the trigger, it fires about 3 rounds. Some of them are full auto, but it still is 3 rounds to a clip. Very fun weapon to use. So, that's your pulse rifles for you. And, quite entertaining in my opinion. One thing I will have to mention too, as the story sucks. The gameplay of this game, as I hear going on, just a little bit more gameplay with pulse rifles. The gameplay of this game is extremely addicting, and it's pretty much like any other first-person shooter. If you enjoy first-person shooters, you will love the gameplay of Destiny as we mess around with these different primary weapons. So let's get on to the next class of primary weapons. The bread and butter of almost every first-person shooter, the auto rifle. This one has a very wide variety of auto rifles, like this one here, which is a high rate of fire, very low impact, basically shooting fucking green lasers at people. Alright, you got another class of auto rifles, like this one, built more on precision, fires a little bit slower, much more impact, deals much more damage, but, look at that. From this range, I'm nowhere near am I supposed to be taking that dude out, but I managed to, because this is a high accuracy, high impact, slow rate of fire assault rifle. So, assault rifles come in all shapes and sizes in this game. Here's another one, which has very, very good range, very good rate of fire, and decent impact. So you have some of these kind of types of assault rifles as well, but with something like this, you wouldn't really want to be close to anybody. So, you guys probably get the idea of the assault rifle collection. And you've got even ones like this that are basically like a fucking submachine gun, where you just want to get up close and whack, take your enemies down to Chinatown. So, another thing about this game is the replayability. It is, if you enjoy replayability, it's got a lot of it there. As I go into the final type of primary weapon, hand cannons. So here we go, firing off some hand cannons. These things are basically short range, very high impact, slow rate of fire hand cannons. So if you want to dish a lot of damage up close, this is your go-to primary weapon. They do some massive, massive damage, as you see me take down a captain with ease and rapid succession. So a lot of them are very slow to fire, though. Not all of them are quite like that other one, but yeah, the weaponry in this game is extremely fun to use. So all in all, Destiny, this game is great. I will give it a final score in a minute. I know this review was kind of all over the place, as I'm trying to show you guys the massive amounts of weaponry and time to talk about the classes and all that and fit this into like a 20-minute video, which is not as easy as it sounds, as I get into the next type of weapon. The special weapons, which this one speaks for itself. I kind of gave you a preview in that last video when I was taking some stuff down with a hand cannon, is, a sniper rifle. Very self-explanatory, single shot, high impact, long range sniper rifle. Pretty much the bread and butter as well of many first-person shooters, and my personal favorite weapon, and basically all first-person shooters. So, going from that bread and butter to another gun that pretty much always has to show up on a first-person shooter, the shotgun. Now, if you want to get up close and personal, this is your best friend. Pretty much the strongest weapon in the game, as long as you are close. If you're even medium range, it ain't gonna do shit. So, just kind of giving you guys an example of how you can wreck shop, clean house, however you would like to call it, with a shotgun. In the right hands, shotguns can wreak havoc. Oh man, they are so much fun to me. Oh, so much fun to use shotguns in first-person shooters. I'm glad this game has, kind of gone through some changes with the way they handle shotguns, but they're, for the most part, very, very effective at close range. So, look at that shit. Sit the fuck down, bitch! Anyhow, as I finish up the shotgun gameplay, we will go to the, I guess I should talk about the very third type of special weapon, which is, it's a fusion rifle, which is, they're very effective in the right hands, but you have to charge them. As you see, it's kind of you charge up a bolt of energy, a little bolt of energy, and blast guys with it. Simple as that. They're actually good for, close to medium range, and extremely, extremely powerful. So you can also see that they will blast through multiple targets at once. So they're very helpful to clear out, big groups of enemies. So, just showing a little bit more gameplay, tossing some grenades with these fusion rifles. They're cool if you can get used to them, and just, got to take your time and be nice and easy with those charged shots. And from there, of course, the heavy weapons, which are very self-explanatory. We have got a big-ass, badass, 50-round, belt-fed machine gun. Of course, do I really need to say more? Do I really need to explain more about the big old fucking belt-fed machine guns? So, and from there, you just run into enemies and rip some serious ass on them, and that is that. Did I say rip ass? I meant to say whip ass, but anyhow. And you've got your second type of heavy weapon, which is the rocket launcher. So, I know this video was kind of all over the place, guys, but hope you enjoyed it. This is a game I will get in. I'll talk more about it if you guys would like, but for me, to be honest, all the good things I say, the bads are kind of very glaring, so I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10, but Destiny is a must-have for any first-person shooter fan. Peace out from good old buddy, KBGiantsfan. Enjoy this, guys. Just some kind of fun gameplay of mine. Later.